While shooting on the first part hasn't started yet, the 28 years later sequel may have found its director in the form of filmmaker Nia DaCosta. 28 Years Later is the first movie of a sequel trilogy based on the successful zombie flick 28 Days Later, first helmed by Danny Boyle, which saw Cillian Murphy's Jim wake up from a coma only to discover that a zombie virus had taken over the world. Boyle is coming back to direct the new film, and Alex Garland is the scribe for each installment in the new trilogy. Per Deadline, the sequel to 28 Years Later may have already found its director, Nia DaCosta. While a deal hasn't been set in stone, DaCosta is in talks to direct the second part of the new 28 Years Later trilogy. Release dates still haven't been announced, but the plan is for Boyle to direct the first movie later this year and to have shooting for the second film follow quickly afterward, explaining the quick move in finding a director for the sequel. It's suggested that this move will allow each filmmaker to be on the same page story-wise. Is Nia DaCosta a good fit for the 28 Years Later trilogy? DaCosta's past work suggests the franchise is in good hands. While DaCosta's filmography consists of only 3 films, the director has proved her versatility and ability to helm a horror movie. Her directorial debut, 2018's Little Woods, was critically adored and was seen as a commendable debut for the filmmaker. In 2023, she proved that she was able to handle a big-budget film in the form of The Marvels. While The Marvels is considered to be a flop, by the end of its theatrical run, it became the lowest-grossing MCU movie ever. It was able to garner good reviews from the audience. However, it's her 2021 horror reboot Candyman that makes DaCosta a prime choice for the 28 Years Later trilogy. The film was applauded for its sharp and visually thrilling approach, and its deepening of the franchise's mythology. It also performed well for its genre, grossing $77 million worldwide. There's little doubt that DaCosta will be able to channel her talents and success into the sequel to 28 Years Later. The new trilogy seems to be in good hands. The original director and writer are returning, and DaCosta seems to be a good addition to the team. There's even speculation of Murphy coming back as Jim. If this doesn't happen, Murphy will at least be back in the form of executive producer. With the combined talents of Boyle, Garland, Murphy, and DaCosta, the 28 Years Later trilogy, at the minimum, hints at something that will be a force to be reckoned with.